Hello there, and welcome again to Renewed Faith Devotions as we're looking at the great influences of our faith. We continue to look at the life and character of Elijah the prophet, and we pick up his story from yesterday where he was cared for by ravens, and today from 1 Kings 17 and verse 10 we read together. So he arose and went to Zarephath. And when he came to the gate of the city, indeed, a widow was there gathering sticks. And he called to her and said, "Please bring me a little water in a cup that I may drink." And as she was going to get it, he called to her and said, "Please bring me a morsel of bread in your hand." So she said, "As the Lord your God lives, I do not have bread, only a handful of flour in a bin, and a little oil in a jar. And see, I am gathering a couple of sticks that I may go in and prepare it for myself and my son, that we may eat it and die." And Elijah said to her, "Do not fear, go and do as you have said, but make me a small cake from it first, and bring it to me, and afterward make some for yourself and for your son. For thus says the Lord God of Israel, the bin of flour shall not be used up, nor shall the jar of oil run dry, until the day the Lord sends rain on the earth." So she went away and did according to the word of Elijah. And she and he and her household ate for many days. The bin of flour was not used up, nor did the jar of oil run dry, according to the word of the Lord which he spoke by Elijah. Now it happened after these things that the son of the woman who owned the house became sick, and his sickness was so serious that there was no breath left in him. So she said to Elijah, "What have I to do with you, O man of God? Have you come to me to bring my sin to remembrance and kill my son?" And he said to her, "Give me your son." So he took him out of her arms and carried him to the upper room where he was staying, and laid him on his own bed. Then he cried out to the Lord and said, "O Lord my God, have you also brought tragedy on the widow with whom I lodge by killing her son?" And he stretched himself out on the child 3 times. And he cried out to the Lord and said, "O Lord my God, I pray, let this child's soul come back to him." Then the Lord heard the voice of Elijah, and the soul of the child came back to him, and he revived. And Elijah took the child and brought him down from the upper room into the house, and gave him to his mother. And Elijah said, "See, your son lives." Then the woman said to Elijah, "Now by this I know that you are a man of God, and that the word of the Lord in your mouth is the truth." Here we see how Elijah travels northward from the Jordan and into Phoenicia and ends up at Zarephath, a small port between Tyre and Sidon. And upon entering the town, he sees a widow gathering sticks and asks her for a drink of water. And as she turns to bring him the water, he also asks her to bring him some food. At this point, the woman tells him a sad tale. She has only enough food for one more meal, after which she and her son will now starve to death. Elijah instructs her not to be afraid, but to go and bake a small cake for him first. And thereafter the God of Israel will provide for them all an unfailing supply of both oil and food. She obeys the prophet's commands and discovers his words to be true. Not long after, the widow's son dies, but he is restored to life through the prophet's prayers. Now, as we think about this, in relation to the matter of giving to God, how often do we say, "Lord, if you will give to me, then I will give you something in return. And yet, sometimes God waits for us to make the first move. Now, Luke 6 verse 38 says this, "Give, and it will be given to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over will be put into your bosom. For with the same measure that you use, it will be measured back to you."